Hi, welcome to another Marketing Chit Chat. I'm Laura Greeno. Today we are talking about subscription models. What else can I automate, right? What else can I do that is going to bring recurring revenue, build customer loyalty, build brand equity, create the right, make the default, bringing value to your customer instead of the default customer churn. So subscriptions is a great thing to try if you have one or more of these four kind of ways to go about it. So I've got four sort of, one of these things needs to be in place for it to work for you. And I've got some ideas along with that. But first, I just kind of wanted to give you a couple of quick stats. So this is a growing segment, growing at a compound annual rate of 75% now until 2030. So this is a big deal. So even like Gen Y, Gen Z, Gen X, even boomers get into this, and they're willing to pay 10 to $50 a month for a subscription service and get creative, right? You can do quarterly, you can do twice a year, you can do once a year, whatever makes sense for your customer and whatever they're buying from you, whatever product or service they're buying from you. So, okay. What else? Okay. Number one, you kind of have to have, you're going to, if you're like, think of it from your client's perspective, right? You are going to, what are you going to run out of? Are you going to run out of anything? Are you going to use it up? Are you going to need to buy more anyway? These could be like, think about Amazon subscribe and save, right? You save 5, 10, 15% if you sign up for a subscription on something you're already going to buy anyway, because you're going to run out of it. And you want to buy the same thing each time and just kind of not think about it anymore. So the first so I looked on my Amazon subscribe and save to see what I had on there, right? I have a bunch of like health supplements because if I take a, fish oil pill every day, I'm going to need this many in 2 months. So those are pretty easy. Also a candle, right? There's one particular candle that I love buying on Amazon and I use it all the time and I don't want to think about it. So it just gets shipped to my house at the right time. I get one a month. What else was on there that was kind of interesting? Tea. So I drink tea every day. I give it away to friends, some of my favorite kinds. So it just kind of comes to me. So something they're going to run out of. Another number two. What is it? And this is something for the small businesses that might have a service that might say, well, I don't have an e-commerce. I'm not, delivering products that people need all the time. This would be for like B2B or service oriented. So what do your customers or clients want to be or need to be or hope to be reminded about weekly, annually, quarterly? So an example would be like for my clients, right? A subscription that I could offer to them would be, do you want me to audit what you have going on right now for marketing to see how it's working for you on a quarterly basis? If you sign up on a quarterly basis, right, you'll get some kind of discount and you can decide whatever that is, what makes sense for you. But so also, this could be like educational too. So what kind of, if you're offering a product or service, what kind of products or services are educational or kind of personal or professional development wise? Like I know I want to learn to, whatever it is, write code in this year, but I don't want to think about it. I just want it to kind of happen and me not to be able to maybe I have I don't have it in my calendar, right? But when I get this reminder or it comes to me automatically, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to take my hour right now to do this because I had a goal to finish this in the year. So one of the the very first one that I ever signed up for was something I needed to be reminded of as a consumer, that was air filters, right? So for my house. So, and this was a very long time ago, and Amazon didn't even have subscribe and save yet. And it was a filter company out of North Carolina that started this subscription service that I just thought was fantastic, and I hadn't seen it yet. So I signed up for it, and filters came at the right time. And when they come, I just replace them in my house. So anything like that is kind of good. Health and fitness, health, wellness and fitness, educational. If you're in any of those industries, think creatively about what your customers don't want to think about, right? Or what else can they automate, or what do they hate doing, or they don't do but they know they should be doing. So this could be just kind of those kind of reminders. I'm sure you send emails to help remind them, but offer a service, offer a subscription service. I think it'll be helpful. This is a way to provide value to your customers as well, and to keep them with you for longer, as well as to remind them about you and tell other people, right? So let's just say it's something they hate. Like, I think this may have been the very first subscription box that I ever signed up for. By the way, Gen Xers seem to like the boxes. So if that's your market, you think creatively about what kind of subscription box you can create each month. So the first subscription box that I got was called Stitch Fix. They're still around. It was for clothes. So my husband actually does most of my shopping. So I really hate, I enjoy it now. So, but I didn't. I hated going shopping. So I thought this was, super easy and smart. And you just, put all your information about what you like and what the goal is, right? This is for work clothes, or these for entertainment clothes, or what are these for? And they send you a box each month. I mean, you guys get this, but that was the first one. And the reason why I signed up, because I hate it. They made it convenient. I get to try everything at home. I can send it back. And the first one was free, right? So I don't even think I paid shipping. So that's one of the tips, right? Make it, if you can, make it really easy to sign up. Make it free for the first one if possible, because that's the hardest part, is getting them to sign up. They don't want any contracts, right? And they want personalized options. And level of service options. So give those make it how they use it. If you have most of your clients use something every week, great. If most of your clients, if 15% of them only use it every other month, make that an option. Give them the options that work for them, and just ask your customers what they want. That's the best way to go about it. And then create something for what they want. So what else do we have? Okay, another one is, so to inspire is something that could be another reason why people buy subscription model from the subscription model, is they want to either be inspired to try something new, or they want to be indulgent to treats for themselves, for others, for gifts, for their dog, their cats, whatever. So this is kind of like around the hobby, high interest level kind of things. The first one that I did with this, I think was, I'll give you a great example. So this was a re-gift. My friend a friend of hers gifted them a kind of cocktail box. So everything that you needed was in the box for specialty cocktails, except for the alcohol. So you just kind of have to have, vodka or gin or whatever you have on hand. And each month a new box came. And she just hasn't used it, and she knows that my husband and I love kind of doing that. So she brought it over and re-gifted it to us, and we had so much fun with it at Christmas time. Everything was delicious, and it was so easy that I was, and of course, here's what happened, and this is what you're hoping will happen with you if you also have a product, right? So we loved it, and I'm like, oh, where can I get a whole bottle of that? Or where can I get this mix? And of course, they go back to your website and they're like, oh, here's where it is. Click, 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 bought more. So that was a really good one. I loved it. It was fun. It was an experience that was created for family time at Christmas. So that was a really good one. So if you can kind of get creative around building a box, right, from your own products and services. One caveat, right, if you want to create a box and kind of sell the box and have things in it that you bought, right, be very careful about that. There are restrictions around reselling for each brand can be different. You can't just go to Target and buy a bunch of tampons on sale, put them in a box and resell them to people with, the little bit of chocolate and, Midol or the monthly subscription for menstrual cycles, right? So you can't just do that because Tampax doesn't allow that. So just think of it that way. If you do get creative that way, just make sure you're legally covered and you're doing all the right things there. So that's kind of it for today. Hopefully you guys have been inspired by a few ideas, thought about what else you can automate in your business to help keep more customers coming your way and keep the customers that you have buying in an easy recurring revenue. I know I'm getting this month, and building that brand equity. So we'll see you next week, Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern time for another marketing chit chat. Thank you for joining me. Bye, everybody.